Hey guys, this is Coach B with Coach B's Gaming, and today we're going to talk about the third installment of the best possible start that you can get in Last Shelter. So the first video is all about smart spending and the thing that you can buy in order to get yourself ahead of everybody else. And the second one was talking about base rushing and getting to level 20 as fast as possible, as well as getting your parts factory to 20 as fast as possible. So hopefully, and once you get, the reason we get to level 20 is because you get VIP shop at level 20. The third installment is going to be about farms and choosing the right state and the right people to go to a new state with. So before we get started, I would like to ask you to please subscribe to our channel. It really would help us out. A quick little introduction. I am Tovo from state 596 as well as 3 states before them. So the first thing I'm going to do is when you click at the top and you go to account and you go to switch account, and when you click on IM30 account, it's going to bring up a list of your emails. I'm not going to do that because I don't want you to see my email. But at the bottom, it's going to say add account. And you're going to be allowed to add an extra game account to your IM account. So you can have up to 10. So what I advise everybody to do is to get you 9 farm accounts. And a little trick I'm going to show you, I pulled up a Word document, is when you're creating your accounts, you can use the same email for all of your accounts. The first tip I'm going to tell you is never use your personal email for a game. Because if you want to stop playing and you want to pass it on, sell your account or whatever, you're not going to want to give out your personal email. You're going to want to actually be able to physically give them control of the email. That way you can sell it. Otherwise, they're not going to want to take it. But the first thing you should do is create an email. So let's just say this is my email, mylastshelter@gmail. In order to do that same email for another account, I can just go my.lastshelter@gmail.com. By putting that period in, it tricks the game into thinking it's another email. However, it's the exact same email. All your emails will go to that mylastshelter@gmail. If I want to do a third one, I would just go find a different place to put that period, and now I have created a third email using the same one. You can use infinite one depending on how long your email is. So that's the first thing I would do. Is you have to create farms. If you do not create farms in this game, you will never be a strong player unless you have a platinum credit card and you're just going to dish out those dollars. You have to create farms. So it can't be to where you create them halfway. If you want the best possible start, you need to create them now before you even go to the state that you're going to start at. And what I mean by that is, when you start your game, it's going to land you in a particular state. So what you should do is create all 10 of your accounts, 9 of them being farms, get them all as high a level as possible. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go to the world. And you can see that there's different states right here, and you can scan to where all the new states are. So I'm going to try to scroll over to where the new states are. I'm not even sure which way they are, to be honest. And what you should do is you have 14 days until you use your newbie teleport, which is going to be in your items. I have no idea where the new states are, but let's just say it's state 947. Okay? You need to, before you get started, look at each state before you create your farms. Write it down on a piece of paper. Okay, a state opened this day, a state opened this day, and you'll be able to kind of figure out a pattern on how quick they're opening the states. Then create your farms, get them up to level 5 or level 6, whichever one it is, before you can use your newbie teleport, and max them out at that level. I believe it's level 6. And wait for that state to open. The great thing is, during this time, you're still going to be able to research and do all your technology. There's no limit on your technology, and there's also no limits on whatever you spend. For example, hero package, you can already have that hero package halfway through it and halfway done, but before the state even starts. The other thing you get to do is you get between, a week or so extra free pulls and tickets that maybe you get lucky and get a couple orange ones. And if you haven't spent at all, maybe one of your farms gets some great orange ticket pulls and you want that one to be your main rather than the other one. So I would definitely do that first. Then on about day 8, 9, or 10, when the new state opens, teleport all of your bases to that new state. Now, you're already ahead of everybody. And if you follow the last two guys that I just did, you're going to jump even further ahead of everybody. So I would definitely do that. The other tip I would give you is never go to a new state alone. So if you're an old player, you need a group to bring with you. And if you don't have a group, reach out on Discord, reach out online, reach out on YouTube, reach out on Huddy's Discord channel. Hey, who wants to start a new state? And get yourself a group together, because obviously when you start a new state, you're going to want to take control, not because you want to be in charge, but you want to ensure that your state is not a rogue state and it's peaceful. And the more experienced players you have on that state, the better your state's going to be. And if everybody's following this strategy, your state is going to be significantly stronger than the neighboring states. So hopefully you do that. Now, and obviously if you want to start a new state, I'm starting another one in a couple of weeks, so maybe you watch this video before then. Now, once you get your group there, you need to create 2 alliances at least. Invite everybody in. Who cares what they are the first couple of days? Figure out who the strong players are and then merge the alliances to get the best possible players in that top alliance. Maybe you want to create 3 alliances, but merge them all into that top alliance. That way you're automatically the top dog. And when you're putting in your alliance banner, if you have some players who are well known, such as someone who has their own YouTube channel or someone that everybody knows on Huddy's Discord server, highlight that in your alliance banner. Because us experienced players, we know many people. And we want to play with other experienced players. So I would encourage you to do that. Do not lie. If you are a new player and you put that you're experienced from state 500 or whatever, it's going to be seen, or it's going to be able to, people are going to be able to see through you. And an experienced player like me, and say you're a new player and you're saying you're from 500, I'm going to know within about 10 minutes of talking to you whether or not you're new. So don't lie. Don't ruin your reputation right off the bat. Get with those experienced players. Put your ego aside and don't let yourself think that you have to be the leader of an alliance. You don't. Who the leader is completely irrelevant. All that matters is your state, and making sure that it's peaceful and it's structured correctly, and you want those experienced players to be able to do that. So again, the purpose of this video is to ensure that you get your farms ready and you teleport them to the state that you're going to within 9 or 10 days of the creation of it. Get a group that you're going with, and then a third, making sure that you create multiple alliances and so on and so forth. Okay, so hopefully that helps. Some cool little tips and tricks. Hopefully you've watched all 3. I'm going to do a 4th video on best start for free-to-play players. And that's going to be a very short video if you want to watch it. It'd be great if you do. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys.